When you're looking at the loom, you see that there's a top and bottom where we put the warp thread. And then the next two slats of wood, that is where you're going to start and end your weaving. So as we begin, just make sure that you're starting above the bottom slat and that you're not starting so close to the edge where the teeth are that are holding the warp thread. The way I always start my weaving is going over the first string. So the pattern that I'm doing is just a typical over, under, over, under. And as you see, as I go across, I'm kind of lifting the threads that I need to go over and making sure that the pattern is consistent throughout. As I pull, I'm holding on to the tail of my thread and pulling to make sure it doesn't come off the needle. And you also want to make sure that you leave a tail at the end. I'm going to go ahead and tuck that tail back underneath so that the string isn't hanging out on the edges. I never have any of the ends of my thread or the yarn hanging out on the edges. They're always tucked inside of the loom. So as I start to go back down another line, it's important that I'm going the opposite of the first or the last weaving that I did. So this time I'm going under over instead of over under. If you happen to do the same pattern by accident, when you go to pull the string through, the whole thing's just going to come off. And that's happened to me many times. You just say oops and you do it again. But it's important that you're paying attention to how you're weaving to ensure that you're making sure that you're staying within the pattern that you've chosen. I'm holding on to the tail closest to the needle, and then this is really important. You're seeing here I just took the warp threads and kind of like pushed them out. That's to make sure that the weaving doesn't get buckled. If you don't push the warp threads out every time you weave, then as you continue weaving, the weaving or the tapestry itself starts to actually like go inward and it doesn't stay nice and parallel. So here you're going to see me continuing to weave using all of my yarn that I already measured out. After doing each line, I'm going to pull the warp strings that I just talked about, and then I'm also going to be using the comb. The comb is really nice to be able to push down the yarn. You want to make sure that your tapestry is actually pretty compressed. You shouldn't really see a lot of the warp thread showing in between the lines of weaving or really at all. The more compressed your weaving is, the neater it's going to be and the more durable it's going to be. So I've come to the end of my yarn. And at this time, I know that I can't go a whole nother line and then some. So I'm going to make sure that, again, I'm not leaving the end of the yarn at the edge of my weaving. I do need to put it in between the warp threads, somewhere in the tapestry itself. So you're going to see me continuing the pattern and then just allowing the yarn to kind of sit on the back side in the middle of the weaving. And from there, you'll see how I'm going to go ahead and start where I left off. So I'm threading my needle, making sure I have a tail, holding on to that tail, and I'm going to be coming up through the bottom of the weaving and starting so that there's actually two threads on the same warp thread. So I'm coming up and going on top of the warp thread that I originally went down underneath on the last thread or the last yarn that I had. And then I just continue weaving. So it's pretty simple. Biggest thing is just making sure you pay attention to your pattern. If you're not sure where you left off, just look at the previous line and it's going to tell you which thread is over or under, and then you just do the opposite.